Hey guys, Level Who here with a Battlefield 4 guide to the Scout helicopter. Now you can find this helicopter in the Conquest game mode in Battlelog. It's not available in the Conquest Large. That's got the attack helicopter and the transport helicopter. Now I'll be coming out with a guide to the rest of the vehicles soon, but I've got to start with my new #1 passion, the Scout helicopter. Let's go over a couple things here in the loadout menu. Currently, the game seems to forget your previous kit selection, so before you spawn, be sure to manually select your desired kit. I'd recommend going with the RPG at first, because the RPG will allow you to see an indicator around laser-designated targets. Plus, if you switch to one of the side seats, you can actually lock on to enemy vehicles if you ADS with the RPG. Let's take a look at a couple settings before we continue. First, I turned down my mouse sensitivity because you have to be very accurate with the Scout helicopters. There's no more spread like there was in Battlefield 3. I suppose it's a personal preference though. For my video settings, you can check out my previous video regarding settings, but if you copy what you see here, you'll be in good shape to have maximum performance while still retaining the graphical details to attack and defend yourself properly. For your key bindings, I would suggest binding your space bar to pitch up. This will allow you to recover from dives easily and give you maximum maneuverability while still maintaining accuracy with the miniguns. I did change my map zoom key as well to left alt so that I can zoom in and find those pesky Stinger soldiers much more easily. So finally, let's check out my sweet ride. Make sure to create an emblem in Battlelog so your enemies can start hiding as soon as they see it. My first tip is that you can still quick start the helicopter by switching to the secondary seat and then getting right back in. You'll notice it's considerably faster than getting in the normal way and then waiting for the helicopter propeller to spin all the way up. The next piece of advice I can give you is to burst fire your main gun. Now I've unlocked heat seekers at this point, but I don't end up killing this little bird with the heat seekers. In the attack helicopter, I was able to reacquire the lock after he flared and then fire again, but there may be something glitchy or bugged about it in the little bird. So back to burst firing. Burst firing will give you the maximum time to shoot without overheating. Now if you're close and you know your rounds will hit, go ahead and go full auto, but if you have multiple targets to engage or you're shooting at a distance, burst firing will allow you to shoot for slightly longer than firing continuously. Now, the floating crosshair is fairly accurate as long as you're aiming down at your target. That is, you are flying above it. Once you are below, say, another helicopter, you kind of have to guess. The W-looking fixed crosshair seems to be a fairly good reference point, though. I'd suggest burst firing until you start landing solid hit markers. Like any gun, you have to lead your targets. So if you see your soldier is running away or running to the left, you'll need to aim slightly in front of him in order to register the kill. Now you just saw me dive away from a Stinger missile. I would suggest using the buildings for cover as much as possible and saving your flares for when you hear the solid lock tone. Currently in the beta, generally a Stinger is going to come with a fast lock and a fast missile indicator tone. A Stinger's only going to do about 30 damage, and it's not really that big of a deal unless you've got multiple people firing at you. The bigger threat, however, is the personal laser designator and then the laser designated RPGs. As you get locked, a small ring will appear around your crosshair, similar to the indicator that shows up when you're getting shot at. This will let you know where the lock is coming from and let you know which side of the building you need to hide behind. Now whatever you do, don't get greedy trying to go for that extra kill. Just fly off, be patient, the kills will come to you as the round progresses. That about wraps it up. I'm going to include one last clip of some sweet revenge that I got on these guys while they were trying to kill me as I was recording my sweet ride and my cool emblems. Check it out. And don't forget, I'll still have more vehicle guides to come, including the tank, attack helicopter, and APC, and the boat. So check us out here at levelbf.com. ba bam bam ba dam bam.